Hello my darlings, I'm Angel and welcome back to a cozy little channel on the internet. Today I'm going to share with you guys my cozy May wrap up of like the books that I have read in the month of May, and also during that time I finished my my reading goal for like the year. My goal was to read 10 books because I was just starting back getting into like my reading girl era, because I haven't read since I think late 2017, so that's like what, 6 years give or take. So yeah, I'm gonna share those books like with you guys and what I rate them and all this other stuff. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I did read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I read 10 books last month, which I feel like was pretty good for me for someone who hasn't picked up reading in so long. But I finished my first book, I'll say this real quick, but the book that got me into like back into like my reading thing was Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I love that book so much. And I also read Bloodmarked like right after that, and I'm super excited when Oathbound comes out. That's like the third book, and I looked it up. It said it's supposed to be out I think next year, which I'm like, what do you mean I have to wait? But it's okay, it's fine, I'm okay with that. And while I'm channeling, I'm gonna paint my nails in the color Chimmy or in pink mochi, which I'm doing my laundry, so I don't know if painting my nails now is efficient, but we'll worry about that later. Apologies, I had to stop to put lip gloss because I was like, wait, I really did this little thing and now I have my lip gloss? Crazy. So yes, let's get started. So the first book, I have my phone over here, so if you see me looking over here, I don't have my glasses. I'm holding the conversation. So the first book that I finished on May 3rd was The Time I Got Junked and Saved a Demon. I rated it 5 stars. It was fun, it was funny, I really enjoyed it. I like the character. It's a spicy fantasy novel story. Like I said, like I enjoyed it. I had my friend reading it and she also liked it as well. So yes, finished that. What else can I say about it? It's fast-paced, and after reading the entire series, because there's 3 books in the series, which I'll like talk about them more when it pops up on my list, but they it's like fast-paced, and what else? I really adore the characters like Cinnamon and like Fallon and stuff like that. Like I said, it was like super funny, and it's also like fantasy and like magical, which is also fun because like I've talked about before. Hope I've talked about it before. If I haven't, then I'm about to hear. But I really enjoy fantasy type novels and will more so enjoy it with characters who look like me, because I just wouldn't want to read about the generic urban like drug gang type stories about like I didn't want that I can say stigmatism or whatever. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. It was like fun to read about like a character who looked like me and have it go through like all these like fantastical like magic and supernatural stuff. So it was good. It was like a short read, like an easy read. And then the next one is probably my favorite book, if not of the month, then the year, but we'll see. Like so far, let's see what else I get into. But it's Sunny Disposition, and I'll probably have like the book up somewhere on the screen and stuff. And I also rated it 5 stars. Also, I'll say this too, I am easily entertained. So take my ratings with probably a grain of salt, or just like a few grains of salt, because I'm easily entertained with stuff like that. So, but I really, if anything else, I really love this book. Like, the relationship between, like, I didn't even talk about what the first one was about. But basically with the title, At the Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, what else do you really need to know about it? Because it's about the time she got drunk and saved a demon. But yes, In Disposition is about it's like a grumpy sunshine type romance. It's super cute. The girl is like a cozy gamer, and I'm like, hello, me in an alt universe? Okay. She's also like a black girly, which was like super fun. And Finn is like the grumpy, no emotional connection or whatever, but it's like, you know why. And it was such like a plot twist to me, because I didn't know why he was like that, but you know why. And it's like, it's dual POV, so you get both of their perspectives and like thoughts and stuff like that, which I think it's fun. And I'll say all the books, is all of them? Maybe all of them. But I like reading about guys who are down bad for these girls, specifically black girlies. So I'll just say this now, that all the books I'm about to say, they're like down bad for these black women. And I adore that. I feel for that. I feel seen, because we need love. But anywho, so yeah, and he's like the grumpy, his name is Finn, in case I didn't say it. The girl's name is Naomi, because I didn't say it. But his name is Finn, and I love them so much. Like, I don't know like how to explain this book without like spoiling it, because I am the type who wouldn't want to spoil a book for anyone unless asked, or unless I can't literally contain, and then I'll just be like, oh, spoiler alert, skip to whatever time code I add to like the bottom. Oh, this is messy. Like, goodness gracious, girl, I haven't painted my nails in forever. But yes, like, if you don't read anything, please read Stunning Disposition. Like, it's so cute, it's so good, and surprisingly like a little spicy, which I was not going in thinking that it was. And even when it had the content warnings, I think on like the page, I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I got to the point, I'm like, what? Like, though they told me, but it wasn't what I was like expecting. And I just had like even low expectations when it came to that. So I'm like, I just wanted to know about this sunshine and grumpy personalities falling in love. That's all I really cared about. And yeah, like it was like it's so good. Like I said, I gave it a 5 stars. It's so good, and it's like a short read, a short little like feel good read. Like, you'll get through with it. When did I say I finished it? I finished it on May 5th. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good, you guys. It's, like I said, it's probably one of my favorites, and I can't wait to reread it. Like, I'm even plotting to reread it, because I'm like, ugh. And I want to reread it on like a Kindle so I could highlight and annotate. But I will buy that book again on the Scribe so I could highlight and annotate to my content, because some of the stuff that both of the characters shared in there was like, ooh, if I was a type to mark up my books, I would, but I'm not, so I'm not going to. But yeah, it's a really good read. I've been on to Disposition for like longer, but like I said, it's a good book. If you don't, I don't know, it's a really good book, and I love it, and I'll recommend it. It's a short read, it's a contemporary romance. I love it so much. Okay, moving on. The second book in the time it's the Mead series. It's the second book of the Mead series, At the Time I Got Drunk and all that stuff. So this time, it's Time I Got Drunk yeeted a love potion to a werewolf, at a werewolf. And this is, like I said, the second book of the Mead series. I liked it, just less so Then the first time I got drunk and saved a demon, because it's one of those that has like, it's in the same world with like around like the same characters, so there's really like no one new in particular. Like you'll know them and like see them at some capacity. And this is also like a quick read. It's also unserious. Both of the books, like all the books in this are so unserious. It's super crazy. And I gave that one a 4.75 stars, just because it was more supernatural than the first one, but I didn't feel as invested with their story like I was with Cinnamon's and Fallon's in The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon story. But I still enjoyed it. I was still funny. Of course, the first book was like super funny. I laughed more in like the first book, but I still enjoyed The Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted a Werewolf Potion, or a Potion Out Werewolf. I still enjoyed it. It was still like a nice, fun, short read. And I finished that May 6th. So yeah, it was good. I liked it. After that one, I read the third book, The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human, which is still around like the same characters and stuff. And I also gave that one a 4.75, and I finished it on May 8th. Overall, I did enjoy the series. It was like really good. I got more excited when the characters from the first book came into like the story, because I just missed them. Overall, this series was like really interesting. This one, I enjoyed all of them. I just wish there was more, if I can say, emotion with it. And I don't want to explain myself further, but I'll say, because or I can't say more than that because I don't want to like spoil it in case you decide to read it. But overall, they're all funny. It's a short read, unserious. I would still recommend for like if you want an unserious, funny book with like black girlies and being in like these fantastical situations. I would still recommend it. My shirt is too close to my neck. I don't want to like claw at it. But yeah, it's overall still like a good read. And my favorite of the three is the first one. Next is The Roommate Risk. I finished that on May 11th and I gave that one a 5 stars. This is probably my second book that I enjoyed reading after Sin Disposition, because Raul, he is down bad for Jasmine. And I'm like, I need this energy for me. Like, what do you need? But it's a nice story. It's about like these two like friends. The girl Jasmine, she moves in with her best friend Raul. Since the water or like pipes in her apartment, in her room, in her apartment or whatever, like bursted, and it's going to take like 3 to 4 weeks to get it fixed. So she moves in with like her best friend, and things ensues and stuff like that. So it's really good. Like, I gave it a 5 stars. It was also a nice read, a dual POV, but in third person omniscient or whatever. But you'll still have like you'll still get thoughts between two of like the main characters. And it's also really good. Like I said, it'll probably be my second favorite behind The Same Disposition, and if you see me looking up, my books are up there, so I'm looking at my books on my shelf. But they're like the book. It's super good, right? It's the second book I recommend. If you don't take anything from this list, either take Same Disposition or The Roommate Risk. They're both super good. I finished my nails. They're messy, so I'll just flash them like that. Hi. Okay. So yes. Did I tell you when I finished that one? May 11th, in case, 5 stars, just in case, The Roommate Risk. After that, I read Team Players, which I finished that one on May 15th, and I also gave it a 5 stars, and it is the like sequel or like book 2 from Same Disposition, but it's taking place with a different set of characters. So Finn's best friend, what's his name, Sam, and a girl named, why it's giving an R, I can't remember, but if I do, I'll put like on the screen somewhere, hopefully, if I remember to do that. But it's one of those like bet type romances. It's still like a nice romance. It's also surprisingly spicy, which I don't know why I'm getting shocked at this point with these contemporaries and being spicy, because Roommate Risk was also spicy and I wasn't expecting it to be spicy as it was, but it was. But it's like a bet, right? And between Sam and the girl, and they have a bet, because the bet is, oh, Sam can't, get into like a relationship and be in that one relationship. Like he can't get attached to one person. And the girl, the bet for her was like, she gets too attached, so she will have to like date other people and just do like a and done, right? Just like hit and quit it type person and not get attached. So they were like betting with like that and stuff. And of course things ensued and all that stuff. It's a hockey romance because they're both captains of like the hockey teams. Sam, the boys, the men's hockey team, and like the women's hockey team for like the lady. It's college. Team players, team players. Same Disposition is also like a hockey romance college, because Finn is a teammate on like the hockey team, and Naomi, she's like I said, a cozy gamer and stuff like that. So those two go together. Roommate Risk was just a regular, like, I don't want to say fresh out of college, but they're in like their mid to late 20s. So they have good, successful jobs that they like enjoy at whatever capacity. But yeah, team players, like I said, rated 5 stars. It was also really good. Down bad for homegirl, and I love that for her because she deserved it. And yeah, super good. And then the next book is called 1 Week in Paradise, and I gave that a 5 stars, and I finished that on May 20th. And it is about this influencer, like she was like a fashion hair influencer or whatever, like another like black girl. And she had like this real bad, I guess, public breakup, but she hasn't been like on like the scene doing stuff for like a minute. But she gets opportunity to go on like this basically free trip to like Jamaica, but it has to be like going as like a couple, like you need to be with like someone. So she goes with her brother's best friend, but he's kind of like I'm sorry, there's like a wasp flying around my window, the audacity. But it's, I don't want to say a grumpy sunshine, but she's more upbeat than he is. He's more like, he seems like stoic and emotionally not equipped for things, but it's because he's overthinking and all this other stuff. So like, it was a nice read. It's like a nice summer read. Super good. Funny at like some parts. Yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice read. I enjoyed it. It was a good book. Hopefully I'm explaining these books adequately, because I'm not the best at explaining stuff. And then another book is Lipstick and Camera Clicks. I finished that on May 22nd, and I also rated it 5 stars. It read like a reality. It read like The Bachelor, but I never seen The Bachelor, mind you. I just knew the premise of it. But it's giving like The Bachelor, but behind the scenes, because it's like you're getting the reality show behind the scenes. It was like a really interesting read. It's about this girl, I forget her name. I forget names, I'm so sorry. About this girl who goes on this TV show after she just broke up with like her like boyfriend she's been with for, I forget how long, but I feel like it was a nice chunk of time to like basically wind up living together. And they like recently broke up, but she's on her it's all about me bag. I need to like pick myself up, and because she wants to be like a makeup artist and stuff, so she's like, I need to get my name out there however it may be. Her best friend happens to be the cameraman who's working the same show that she's going to be on. And then the bachelor, if you will, is this I don't want to say ragged, but he's kind of like the nation's bad boy. Like, he don't listen to nobody and all this other stuff. And they were like doing this show to make somebody, even bad boys can fall, whatever. It's a good read. Very like drama. It literally read like I was watching a reality show, but like behind the scenes. So it was like really interesting to see that and all the emotions. It's being told through just the main girl's POV. But it was really, I enjoyed it. I liked it. Like I said, I'm easily entertained. So take these reviews with a grain of salt, except for the ones I highly recommend. Last book that I read in May, I finished it on May 30th, was That Time I Accidentally Summoned a Demon Boyfriend. Now, don't link this to the Mead series with The Time I Got Drunk and this is not this, it's a whole different author and all this other stuff. But The Time I Accidentally Summoned a Demon Boyfriend, I finished it on May 30th, and I gave it a 3.75 stars. And that's like average, like for me. And I felt like I enjoyed it. I was here for it. Like I said, like the main characters of all of these stories, or one of the main characters of these stories, are like Black girls. So they were like the main focus and just being loved on. And that's what I appreciate 100%. But I felt like while I did enjoy the book, it was more so of like surface level. Like, it didn't dig deep, whether it was within like the characters or the plot or the story, like whatever else. It just didn't dig deep enough for me, where I just felt like if this was just done a little bit more, I probably would have enjoyed it more like than I did. This is the book I bought with my friend, because she showed me it and I was like, ooh girl, what's that? Put me on. And she put me on. And so I think she's still reading it. But yeah, she was even, she's like, yeah, this, I could tell it's not gonna be like a 5-star, and it's kind of giving a reason why she hasn't finished it yet, because it's not pulling her in like essentially she wanted it to. And I agree, because there's a, like during, I think, Memorial Day weekend, we had a 3-day weekend, and I could have been reading like the book to finish it, but like I just didn't really want to. Like, it wasn't pulling me in like I thought it would, but I still wanted to finish it before May ended, and I did. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was funny towards like the beginning, at like parts that deemed like funny. There's some things I didn't, or character wise, if I was watching a movie, I would be like, girl, relax. But I just felt like it was just, without spoiling it, like just surface level, and then it like delved deep into like the story or characters enough for me. But it's still like a good read. I still enjoyed it. It's a signed copy, because I was gonna say, we call each other Fluffs, me and like my like best friend and stuff. We call each other Fluffs. And so if you hear me say me and my Fluff, me and like my friend and stuff, but she bought it from TikTok, and I was like, I'm not on TikTok. I have an account, but I'm not really on it. But she really, but seeing the book, I was like, ooh, I want this. Well, I want a hard copy. So the author restocked all the hard copies, and I wanted it signed, so I got it signed. And it was like really cute. It came with like a bookmark. Can I scoot up a little bit? Okay. It came with a bookmark, a cute little, what is this? Like a book tracker. Two bookmarks actually. A bookmark with the cover on it, and then like one of like those silken bookmarks. Really cute. And I used that bookmark, and it's still in there in the book because I have it set to a page that I really liked. That is the reason why I love reading about books with Black girls being loved on. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I still liked it. I enjoyed it. Me giving it a 3.75 stars doesn't mean I hated it. But yeah, like I enjoyed it. It was a nice read. I just felt like it was just surface level. Like it didn't delve deep enough. And even though the guy was saying how much he cared about her, the demon boyfriend, excuse me, was saying how much he cared about her, it still didn't feel like, I didn't feel a sense of he's down bad. He wasn't down bad enough for me. Like coming from staying in this position and the roommate risk and even team players, I was like, I don't know if he's really down bad. Like he really should be. But I really enjoyed it, and it's the same copy, so I'm like gonna like read it and like keep it and stuff like that. Like I really appreciate it, and I wouldn't mind reading like her other stuff because I think she has some other books on there. So I don't know if that's like her first book or her recent. I have no idea, but yeah, I still enjoyed it. If anything, I may just reopen it to like the pages that I saved to be like, this is why Black women need to be loved and loved on. But yeah, and that is all the books I read in May. Yeah, like I really enjoyed my reading. I'm currently reading, this is my second book this month, right? Yes, my second book this month of June. And yeah, so I'm reading this one now called Love Radio, and I already know I'm not done with it yet. I feel like I'm gonna finish it today though, with the way I'm reading. And it's really good, and I already know it's going to be a 5-star before I even finish it, which I feel like with books like that, you could at least tell that it's going to be a 5-star. That is all I have for you. My nails are like done, or like drying in like their drying stage. But yes, that is it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and sit and chat with me about these books. If you read these books, what did you rate them? Did you like them? Did you DNF them? If you slander like my 3 books, Roommate Risk, Same Disposition, and Team Players, I'm coming for your ankles. Kidding. But yeah, if you read any of these books, let me know. Like, what rate would you give them? How many stars did you give it? Did you like it? DNF it? Whichever. Let's have like a conversation about it in the bottom. And yeah, that's like all I have for you. Thank you so much for coming and listening, tapping in, whether you're doing something else or watching, having a conversation with me. But yeah, I really do like appreciate it. And yeah, Stream Saint by DPRN. I'm wearing the shirt that I made for him, or yes and no, for a Warfare concert. But Stream Saint by DPRN. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next